almost Easter. Yes, I was channeling my inner Easter bunny when I created my hat for today's episode. This is our 26th episode. Let's have a bunny cheer. Ready? Yo! Oh, we do our ears. Wait. Whoa! There. Okay. Now I'm gonna put him down because I'll play with him too long. Oh, he's safe. You come to the library and you can play with him. But anyway, yeah. So by the time you see this, we will just be days before Easter and the Easter bunny coming to bring you goodies. Yeah. I hope I get some bunny treats too. That's my hope. But to get ready for the bunny to come, a little scratchy on my ears, maybe I do this. Anyway, to get ready for the bunny to come to our house, we have some bunny stories, Easter bunny stories. But before we do even that, April is National Poetry Month. And so we are going to, excuse me while I get my little tissue, pardon me. We are going to go ahead and every story time, we are going to have a moment of inspiration through poetry. And I know some people say, oh, I don't know if I love poetry. We have a beautiful section here in the library, both for adults as well as children. I said, come get a book, try it out, see what you think. Yeah, okay. So today's poem was written by Mary Ann Haberman, and in this piece that I have marked with my Easter sticky note, you can see the rabbit right there, but if you notice when we focus on the page, see how it says rabbit? See that? So try and count how many times I'm going to say the word bit. See if you can get the answer I have. Here we go. A rabbit bit a little bit, an itsy bitsy little bit of beet, like beets, right? Vegetables, beet. Then bit by bit, he bit because he liked the taste of it. But when he bit a wee bit more, it was more bitter than before. This beet is bitter, Rabbit cried. I feel a bit unwell inside. But when he bit another bite, that bit of beet seemed quite all right. Besides, when all is said and done, better bitter beet than none. Isn't he cute? Little cottontail. Okay, so I counted 11. I'm going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's what I got again. Okay, 11 twice. That seems to be my answer. Yeah, isn't that fun? And this is from a beautiful book, Poetry Speaks to Children. And what is super cool, bunnylicious cool, the voices of the poets. You can hear them reading to you. I love this book. I love them all, right? But it's from our library, so there, okay. Yep, all right. Now, enough of that. Let's get ourselves in a good spot. Let's cozy up. My bunny hat's a little uncomfortable, but I'll be fine. I think it's more fun, so I'm keeping it on. We have 2 fab stories. This one is really quite special because it says it's about Maine. The Littlest Bunny in Maine, an Easter adventure. There he goes. And he's right here. Here's all kinds of different landmarks that we have. And a landmark is like special places, right? Like the library is a landmark here in Belgrade, right? So in this story, this littlest bunny goes to all these places in Maine. Cool book. All right. And then, so excited. Okay, ready? Pete the cat. Big Easter adventure. Look at, he's got the same hat as me. Ha ha, Pete the cat. He is surrounded with Easter eggs. Not a bad problem, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so this time we have our Easter bell, our Easter bunny bell. Ready? Yes. Find your place. Are you ready? Me too. All right. The Littlest Bunny in Maine. Written by Lily Jacobs and illustrated by Robert Dunn. Okay, here we go. Not long ago, in a land you might know, lived a girl named May and a boy named Joe. Hear the rhyme? Now look, this is what we see when we drive into Maine on the interstate, on the highway. Welcome to Maine. And here's our lighthouses, and here's our beautiful bridge that we have. It's newly constructed, it's beautiful. Buildings that I can recognize from Portland. Here is the State House from Augusta, close by, another lighthouse. They were moving to Maine and longed to explore, make new friends, have adventures, and many things more. And here on the license plate it says, Maine Bunny. Bunnies are everywhere right now. Here's a Maine pet store, and instead of the letter O, they have a little animal footprint. On the day before Easter, they rode into town. They went to the pet store and looked all around. There in the front was a pen full of bunnies. The small ones were cute. The big ones were funny. They played with the bunnies and thought for a bit, and then they agreed on the most perfect fit. The littlest bunny with the sweetest small hop. He's ours, May announced. Let's call him Flop. Still rhyming, right? Okay, so here's the littlest bunny. See, he's kind of lighter than the rest of the bunnies. He's highlighted. So Flop joined the family that sunny spring day. The littlest bunny was now home to stay. And then they've made him a nice little house. Look, they've given him a nice pat, and he seems to have a nice little bunny smile going on. And he's got his water bottle. It looks pretty good. They played with the bunny until it was late, and then settled Flop into his cozy, snug crate. May gave Flop a kiss, and Joe patted his head, and then the two children both climbed into their bed. A soft evening breeze blew in through the window, and May and Joe smiled as they slept on their pillows. Maybe you have a bunk bed in your house. There's their bunk beds and all their toys. Lovely night with the moon and the stars. But Flop had no time now to close his own eyes. He was preparing an Easter surprise. He was quite little. That much was true, but tonight our dear Flop had a big job to do. For he had a secret he hadn't let show. He was the Easter Bunny, and he had to go. A magical wind gave his whiskers a tickle, his nose, how it twitched, his ears, how they wiggled. I'm wiggling my ears. Soon, Flop was quite different than he ever was before, and he couldn't wait not one moment more. Well, look, there's their little Flop. Now he has his aviator glasses and his aviator hat. Pardon me, my little bunny hat's in my face too low. But anyway, he is ready for a very big adventure. You see that? Oh, magic. Easter Bunny magic. He raced through the house and out into the night to where he had hidden his eggs out of sight. His marvelous burrow held Easter eggs plenty, to him quite exact 9,020,000. He packed up the eggs. He looked at the map. He fastened his goggles and his flying red cap. He has a little map of Maine right here. And he's got his sweet little ears popping, right? Like little pink inside. He has his burrow where he's been keeping all these eggs and the spring flowers. Oh boy. And he's going up in this big hot air balloon. Then Flop hopped right into his hot air balloon, and soon he was soaring as high as the moon. As he watched his first stop grow nearer and nearer, the Pine Tree State mission became even clearer. All right, there's the businesses and the people's homes all lit up for nighttime. First, Flop balanced eggs on a tall building top. So this is down in Portland, right? And then still in Portland, then he went to the park spreading eggs as he hopped. He goes into the Baxter State Park, which is up by where I grew up in Millinocket. And then he dashed off for an Easter home run. He went down to Portland again. He's all over the place. Hadlock Field. And then quietly hid chocolate eggs one by one. And look, he's in a library. He's in the Camden Public Library. We better check around here. I guess maybe he dropped some here. Well, pretty soon, not yet. With big bounces here and giant jumps there, Flop hid eggs for Maine everywhere. He's on the coast, our beautiful coast, and he's up in our mountains where the nice cottages are. He's going west and he's going east. He flew to the east and to the south, the west and the north. He crisscrossed the state. He raced back and forth. Sounding like Dr. Seuss. Portland, Bar Harbor, and Freeport got treats. Then Booth Bay and Augusta, too, were complete. Farmington, Brunswick, the long list went on. Flop was delivering his eggs until dawn, so the early part of the day, right? And here's the beautiful tulips and little chicks. Okay. Finally, Flop found his very last stop. He came to your house. Ooh. With a bounce and a hop, and there he delivered his Easter surprises, so many eggs, all of shapes and sizes. And when he was done, he stopped for a rest. Yes, surely this Easter was one of the best. Now here's the Maine newspaper, and I do see, look, he's got his eggs numbered. Here's number 18, because in the back, if you take this book out, which is really fun, if you take this book out, you can look to see where all the eggs are. Okay. Oh, butterflies. Oh, there's 19 and egg 20 right there, right by the door. The morning sun rose on that bright Easter day. It was time to wake up for Joe and for May. But when they went over to find their friend Flop, there were eggs to discover, as all children know. But we just want Flop, cried May and cried Joe. They looked under their beds. They looked all around, but the littlest bunny just couldn't be found. Oh, here we go. Oh, look, he leaves clues. There's clues. But whose goggles were these? See him? He's right there. He's sneaking by the little bush. Who's unfolded this map? Then, from round the corner came a faint tap, tap, tap. They rushed and they stumbled. It had to be him. And there they found baskets, and something else was tucked in. There he is. He's back. And here's a basket for May and an Easter basket for Joe, and the bumblebee doing his job in the morning. It's Flop, they cried out and held him so close. Joe tickled his ears and May kissed his pink nose. Flop hugged them back, his new friends so dear. Happy Easter to Maine! See you next year. And again, here's our collection of landmarks, right? Places, special places. And then when you get to the last page, it says, did you find all the Easter eggs hidden in Maine? Look back through the book to see if you can spot all 20 eggs. Give up, check the answers on the last page, okay? And then you go to the last page. I'm not going to show you for long. It's going to be quick. Ready? Boop, and there you go. It shows you quickly where all of them are hid. So it's a secret unless you want to come get the book. Okay. All right, Littlest Bunny. Pardon me, I am giving up my fun hat just because it's kind of getting to me a little bit, but it's going to be here. I'm going to put it on our big bunny in the corner. So if you come to the library, you'll see the bunny wearing a bunny hat. That's double bunny fun for you and for me. Okay, so now our last story of today, a fun Pete the Cat story. Okay, and this is written by both Kimberly and James Dean. Pete the Cat, Big Easter Adventure. I mean, other than the fact that it's spring and how exciting is spring, Easter is just so fun because it's colorful and the Easter eggs and all the treats, family time. Great. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, here comes Pete. So see, Pete's not looking like an Easter bunny here. He just looks like Pete the Cat. Pete was excited. Easter was here. He couldn't wait for his basket of goodies. Jelly beans were his favorite. Uh-oh. His basket was empty, except for a note. Pete, please help. Find the eggs. Paint the eggs. Hide the eggs. Thanks, the Easter Bunny. P.S. Where are these? So there's basically what I just took off, right? Some bunny ears. And now Pete is going to help out the Easter Bunny. So now here's Pete the Cat with his fun bunny ears. Pete put on the bunny ears and thought, a cat with ears like a bunny? Now that's funny. Okay, so he's practicing, right? Because cats don't really hop. They can jump, but he's practicing his bunny hop. He doesn't quite have his whole outfit ready yet. Happy Easter, chickens! Do you have any eggs today? Pete asked. I'm helping the Easter Bunny. Sure, Pete, we have lots of eggs, the chicken said, and we're happy to help. But don't you need a bunny nose and a fluffy bunny tail? He does need that, I think so. Oh yes, here it comes. The chickens were right. A bunny nose and tail would be neat, and then Pete's costume would be complete. Pete put on the nose and a tail like a bunny's, a cat dressed up like a bunny. Now that's funny. Look, I like his teeth. And there's his little puffy tail, right? But look, his Easter eggs are not colored yet. That's no fun. We don't want just plain eggs, because we can have plain eggs all the time. Now Pete was ready. It was getting late, and he still had a lot of eggs to decorate. What colors would Pete use? Hop, hop, hop. Off to the tool shed for paint and for brushes. So here he goes. This might look like where your mom and dad keep all their stuff with the lawnmower and all their tools and things like that. Pete couldn't wait to paint the eggs. He has red, he has green, he has yellow. Some eggs had one color and some eggs had two. Some eggs were red and some eggs were blue. When the egg painting was done, Pete had a basket full of bright, colorful, amazing eggs. Now hiding them would be lots of fun. And if you look, Pete really did a beautiful job, right? He got very creative. He's got dots and he's got zigzags. Good job, Pete. But where would Pete hide the eggs? This is a very funny looking sun, isn't it? Maybe Pete painted the sun. Who knows? No, not really. Around the neighborhood for all his friends to find. So it's hard to see in this picture, but Pete is starting to put the eggs. He has one on the seat of the bicycle, and by the house and in the window and up on the very top of the tree. That is a job right there, getting it there. By the tree, the window, up by the chimney, and he's just plumping them down so people can find them, kids can find them. Pete hid eggs in flower pots. He hid them in the water spout. And when he was done hiding the eggs, Pete the cat was all worn out. Helping others out is what Easter's all about, Pete said. Pete's job was done. He was hiding the last one when the Easter Bunny arrived. He has something, look. He has something for Pete. What do you think it is? Pete earned it too. Great job, Pete. You were a big help, said the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny gave Pete an award for a job well done, and it says #1 helper. He does look tired. Look at his eyes. They're like half closed. He's pretty sleepy. Helping others can be lots of fun. Happy Easter, everybody. I almost said everyone. Everybody. And then look, both Pete the cat and the Easter Bunny are hopping away. So in summary, we started with this great book. You really love it. I may keep it a little longer, so if you need it, let me know here in the library. Poetry Speaks to Children, because this is National Poetry Month. Okay. Then this cool book, The Littlest Bunny in Maine, an Easter Adventure. And that one is, remember, kind of a mystery. You got to find the eggs. And then finally, Pete the cat, being a great guy, helping the Easter Bunny. Well, all this Easter Bunny business is getting me thinking about our craft. So in a minute, in 2 hops of a bunny's tail, we will be right over here at the craft table. See you in a minute. Okay, friends, YouTube friends, we have hopped our way over to the little blue craft table, and I'm hoping the camera picks this up completely because I think this is a sweet little craft. And here we have the Easter Bunny. Well, my version anyway. And I'm going to show you how I did this. It looks obviously pretty simple, I think, in terms of putting it together, but everything's simple when you know how to do it. So yeah, I think he's super friendly and really just makes me smile looking at him. So let me show you how you can put your own Easter Bunny together. So inside your kit, you'll have a paper plate, and also you will have the very important bunny ears, right? And one side's flat. That's the side that you're going to put behind, right? Because you need the pointed part at the top. And then it really looks more bunny ear-like when you put the soft little cute pink inside. So just regular glue stick for this one. Nice easy craft. Put the glue stick in, give it a second, and I think glue stick will, yeah, in fact I did. I had to use my own glue stick. So I used glue stick on this and it held just fine. So if you look on the other side, you can't see, but I was all glue sticked on the other side, okay? And that made it just fine. All right, now, also in your kit, you will have the Easter Bunny's darling little bow tie. I cut it out so you had some extra space, because if you were doing your coloring and it got all over the table, I didn't think that was very nice. So it's got some extra paper, and then when you have it just the way you want it, then cut or have somebody help you and do the cutting to get the bow tie out. All right, now what's next? Inside your kit, you will have a couple puff balls. This is how I used mine, okay? So I rounded it up, and then I took my pink marker, and I colored until you can see his little pink nose. You don't need to, it's your bunny, you make it whatever color you want. But I liked my little pink nose, so I did that, and then I used my glue stick. That was his nose. And in your kit you will have a couple big eyes because the Easter Bunny needs some good sized eyes. He looked really little funny with little tiny ones, so you'll have some big eyes in there. I think that's it. And oh yes, last thing. I learned a lesson. Don't do what I did, so I'm going to tell you. So first I had made his mouth. Then I drew in his little buck teeth, bunny teeth. Well, the problem was the pink was showing through. So what I did was to use some white out. Or you could use some craft white paint if you run into the same problem I did. And you go ahead and just use some either white out or craft paint and color that in. I will look to see what we might have for some nice little stickers to put inside your craft. Yeah, so these were just stickers that were around and I just put them on. So it's really about your imagination, making the bunny be the way you want the bunny to be, whiskers and all. Okay? So, until we see you at the library, you better get hopping over here so that we can get you your bunny kit. Okay, see you next week. Bye-bye.